Bar coming up the middle, free safety, gotta get it go. Allen steps up, jumps over the defenders to pick up the first. Decide not to use a Curry, way downtown, bang!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the PlayBook Podcast. Today, I got my co-host Jared, and we got a special guest with us, defensive lineman from Central State University, Richard Gaskins. Going, man?
It's good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. I heard you just had a scrimmage today.
Yes, sir. They got me playing both sides of the ball now, man. So, I'm starting at right tackle, but, just in case if they need me on the D-line, I'm still there, man.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell us about, I know personally you've been to multiple colleges in your career with basketball and football. Just tell us your story with that.
So, man, coming up through high school and everything like that, I only played like 1 year of football, which was my junior year. But for the most part, I was just a basketball junkie, always just wanted to play basketball. So, I went to my first school and got picked up by a professional basketball coach in the area of Jacksonville, Florida, and kind of just went from there and played 2 years there, and then found out that, football was my calling. So, I just went where my heart was and, happened to be right across the street at Central State University. And, it kind of just took off from there. And, now I'm here.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
So we got a couple questions for you. If you don't mind answering them, it ain't going to be quick. You start her off, Jared.
So what's up, Richard? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How you doing, Mr. Jared?
Loving life. But what made you primarily focus on football and get away from basketball?
Man, to be honest with you, football always been my first love. My older brother got me into basketball, and it just kind of went that way. But I think when I made the transition from basketball to football in college, it was just on my heart. I kept having dreams and, staying up late, just thinking about football. It was weird. It was literally like a calling. And my basketball coach even said he had a dream of me playing football. So we kind of both was talking about it. And, I told him, I said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and part ways. And, he didn't have a problem with that because, like I said, it kind of was on his heart and it was on my heart to make that move. And, like I said, the rest is history.
The rest is history. I know we talked about your history with the different schools and all that. And for being a student athlete for that long, what are some of the same and differences process-wise going from school to school that you've seen that could help out other student athletes in the future?
So for my transition, it wasn't too bad. Coming from Florida, being all the way in Ohio, that was, the major transition as far as just being away from home, those first couple of years at my first school. But, with both of my schools being HBCUs, I think, it kind of was the same feel or whatever like that at both schools. It's just, now I go from one school being kind of smaller and everybody knowing everybody to, now the public school being, so big and, you kind of see people one day and then you don't see them for another week. So, but the feel is the same way. I think the grind is always the same way. You just pretty much, as long as you stand in the books, the classes wasn't too much different. The education was pretty neck and neck, almost the same. So as long as you stayed in your books and, stayed having the right mindset as far as your sport and your classes, then, you good to go.
Yes, sir.
So, going off that and staying in school and everything, do you see yourself going pro at all?
That's the number one goal, like I said, when I had that epiphany and that dream, and it happened multiple times. So it just kept coming to me. And I think that was just my calling. And, like Zach was saying in the beginning, like, you know, I played D-line at first, but we got a new coaching staff this year to where they moved me to right tackle because they was, you know, kind of light and on the O-line, and, you know, they seen real good potential in me to play you know, tackle or whatever like that on the O-line, especially with my basketball background. So I mean, to be honest with you, like I said, the transition wasn't terrible, you know, and I just kind of just been following what God has for me in my journey and not trying to fight anything, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And speaking on that next level of competition, because right now you're a D2 HBCU school, and
Yes, sir.
and hitting the league. Do you have an expectation for yourself? Like, are you going to go in a certain round undrafted and make that way up through the hard grind? Tell us more about that.
I want to be undoubtedly the best right tackle that I can be first. And then after that, I want to be noticed as the best right tackle coming out of whatever class, you know, that I'm in as far as after the season or whatever like that. Now, I will say this. I just started playing this position in the spring, you know, of last semester. So pretty much around April. So I'm still a young pup, but at the same time, you can't really tell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned so quick. That's one good thing about my characteristics and stuff like that, and my personality. I'm able to pick up on things so fast and just learn on the fly. And, you know, just give me a little bit of time and it'll make it look like I've been doing it forever. So honestly, you know, if you're looking for somebody smart, you know, strong, fast, and you know what I'm saying, just having the IQ of the game. I mean, shoot, I feel like I'm up there with the best of them. So I mean, I don't really care about what round. It's just all about the dream of just, you know, being in the conversation to be able to get into that NFL league. And like, but even if the NFL doesn't come calling, you know, it's other leagues out there, other opportunities, and I'm willing to take all opportunities, no matter how big or small.
So I actually have one more question for you. What type of player do you base your game on or game off of?
Man, that is a great question. So, you know, like I'm a film junkie, so I like to literally watch everybody, and I think it helped me real good watching defensive players first, trying to learn from them with my defensive line background and stuff like that, and just seeing the moves that they do on O linemen and try to see what's the counter to those moves. But as far as like being a tackle and really watching people, I like watching Trent Williams, Tyron Smith. I watch Tristan Wirfs for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lyle Collins. I think now he plays for the Bengals, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, I watch. Oh, and Joe Thomas. Yeah, those are really the main guys that I really watch, and just those are who I try to pick up on their little tricks and stuff as far as playing tackle. But I watch everybody, you know, just to see their mentality and see their leverages and positions and stuff on the field in game time decisions and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. And I know you being a product of Baker County football, if you do get drafted or make it to the league, you'll be the only third person in Baker County history to ever make it to the league behind Mike Boone and Bear Woods. How would that make you feel being a small town?
Man, you know, honestly, coming up through high school and, you know, even after I didn't go to college right away straight out of high school. You know, I had a couple offers here and there, but I didn't like them. My team didn't like them. My support team didn't like them. So, you know, I waited that 1 year, and, you know, coming through that time period right there, a lot of people didn't really pay attention to me, you know, kind of overlooked me, even in my own town. And it was okay. I always used it as motivation or whatever like that. But to be able to make something like that happen and, you know, get recognition for it, man, it'll just be a dream come true. Like, you know, I'm not really looking for the validation from anybody, but, you know, just for myself, knowing what I went through with everything, you know, it would definitely be a dream come true, and it kind of be a relief off my shoulder. So it'd be crazy.
I feel you.
So So, would you being a Florida kid and now in the Northeast, how's the winters been treating you?
Man, to be honest with you, out here in this part of Ohio, it reminds me of Baker. Like when I first,
So you
when I,
got the countryside of Ohio, huh?
yeah, I'm in the countryside, nothing but cornfields and stuff like that. So, it still has a feel of Baker. I think I like the city a little bit more, but it's okay to be in the country because it's still a little quiet or whatever like that. I'm on the outskirts of the country, so I mean I kind of got the best of both worlds up here. But for the most part, it's like I said, it wasn't a bad transition. I think it was just more about not having a lot of family around at first, and I mean, once I got past that and kind of like matured and became more of a man or whatever like that, leaving from the house, I think it helped me out being more up here and being alone, I guess you could say. So it didn't really too much bother me where I was at or what was going on because I had one mission and one focus for real.
So, football being such a team sport, how do you project Central State going this year?
Man, I get this question a lot lately. To be honest with you, we're the best we've looked. Like I came to Central State in 2019. We went 3-7 that year. We had an okay team. I loved my coaches. I had a D-line coach who played in the league for the Baltimore Ravens, played with Ray Lewis or whatever like that. So I had a real good mentor and teacher, just for that little bit of time period. But like I said, it was a little time period, so I didn't really get to really hold my own as far as with D-line. So that next year, COVID hit or whatever like that, and we didn't have a season. And then last year, we didn't have, I don't want to blame it fully on the coaching staff. We didn't have some of the right players. I think I must just say it didn't fit. It didn't match. Personalities and stuff didn't match. So it was just a whole big whatever. And the team went 1-9. I was a part of 4 games of that season. Before I had, it was stuff going on and stuff like that. But the team went 1-9, and I think now this year we have the coaches. The coaches are very smart. Their systems are, very complex, but very, very, very strong as far as being able to execute and win games and, cause a lot of problems for any team, so offense and defensively and special teams. So like I said, like we got athletes all over the field, man. It's just amazing going to practice every day. It doesn't feel like work, you know what I'm saying? It just feels like football. It feels like fun again. So it's just
Y'all got a squad that's going to make some noise, aren't?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think it's going to show this Sunday, not this Sunday, because obviously tomorrow's Sunday, but September 4th on that Sunday when we play at the Pro Football Hall of Fame Stadium. I think it's going to show that first game for sure. I think we'll be ready to go. They've prepared us, and like I said, everybody's on the same wavelength. Everybody has the same mindset. So I see us getting a ring this year. That's what I expect. That's what
We'd love to hear it.
Going all the way this year.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, Richard, we love having you here, man. We hope you the best with this year and the coming years. Wherever you end up, we'll always be following you over here at the Playbook, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Ain't nothing but love, man. You're doing exactly what I needed. I'm trying to come in person to get this podcast thing. We got to keep it rolling, man. I love it, man. Keep doing your thing.
Yes, sir. Man, have yourself a good day, and we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Love.